Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So I recently made the move of cutting my positions or selling 50% of my mid cap, small cap portfolio. Now, why did I sell 50%, not 100%? Where am I going to rotate my money? Which individual stocks I might be buying? What was the thought process behind this? Vagera conversation I am going to do with you on this specific video. Humble request that please watch the video till the very end because this is going to be a slightly complicated video. You will understand a lot of critical points about portfolio building. In the market journey right now, we are sitting at a very critical junction and it is very important for you to understand variety of viewpoints, right? So I will present one viewpoint. Please go and watch other videos also, understand their viewpoints also. And as per your understanding, you must curate your portfolio. But it is very, very important video. Please watch it till the very end and also press the thumbs up button and we will get started. I'm making this video during the market hours, so I will be a little bit quick. Okay, so point number one, why did I sell mid caps and small caps? Am I also selling large caps? So large caps, no, I am not selling. Am I bearish about the markets overall? क्या बिल्कुल गिर जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा? No, I am not bearish about the market. But yes, I do feel that mid caps and small caps are little bit bloated and I will show that to you with data. Okay, so इसके लिए I will take you to the mid cap chart, mid cap 100 chart. This is a good representation of even small caps because there is not a massive difference between mid cap returns and small cap returns. And then I will explain you the math. Okay, so the first key point in terms of understanding the math that you need to get is, and you must have heard many a times that in India, Nifty 50, when it comes to Nifty 50, which is the collection of top 50, 50 bade stocks, then that average CAGR for the last 20 years have been how much? 12.5%. ये math आपको पता होनी चाहिए. Okay, very, very important. So ये तो हो गया top 50 stocks. Now what about mid caps and small caps? What is their average math or average return on per year basis? So it is almost 2x. Okay, so which will come out to be roughly 25% yearly return की math निकल के आती है. That is what you need to understand. Now opposite is also true, that if Nifty typically corrects by 10%, then mid caps or small caps will fall by how much? It will be 2x. So it will fall roughly by 20%. So I hope that this basic math is clear. Now let me start doing long-term, short-term, mid-term analysis of mid-cap, right? So I will do a very quick analysis and then I will give you my perspective that whether mid-cap right now is overvalued or undervalued. Okay. So सबसे पहले देखते हैं short-term. Now short-term typically means less than 2 years is considered to be short-term. So कहाँ से देख सकते हैं? Right? We are in 2024 beginning. So let's go to January of 2022. So here we are. How much returns have been made? So roughly 53-54% returns have been made in the last 2 years. Okay. So मैं लिख देता हूँ that in a 2 year basis, how much returns we have made? 54%. So on a per year basis, rough math मान के चलो, we are not getting into nitty gritties. So yearly return कितना हो गया? Roughly 26-27% के आसपास. So is this in an undervalued stage? The answer is definitely no. Is it overvalued? I don't know whether it is overvalued or not, but we can definitely say कि यार देखो, at best you can say it to be fairly valued. Now what about midterm? So midterm is considered to be somewhere around like 3 to 5 years. So ये range देख लेते हैं. So let's look at pre-COVID. Okay, so this is pre-COVID. Now how much run-up, market run-up has happened? So 157% market run-up has happened in 4 years. So इसमें CAGR कितना निकल के आता है, right, from a mid-term perspective? So 150% run-up in 4 years, right? So पर ईयर के बेसिस पे कितना हो जाएगा, राइट? सो दिस विल बी ऑलमोस्ट 35-36% के आसपास, 35-37%. यहाँ पे इज इट फेयरली वैल्यूड? द आंसर इज नो, इट लुक्स टू बी ओवर वैल्यूड. ओके, अब बात करते हैं लॉन्ग टर्म. नाउ व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ लॉन्ग टर्म? नाउ लॉन्ग टर्म मीन्स दैट वी आर लुकिंग एट रफली 10 ईयर बेसिस और एटलीस्ट 7 ईयर प्लस बेसिस. सो 10 ईयर पे देख लेते हैं. सो दिस इज वेयर दी ट्रेंड रिवर्सल हैपेंड. सो यहाँ से यहाँ तक की जर्नी आप देखोगे तो इट विल कम आउट टू बी 421% ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ 10 years. So on a long term basis, I will write 35% plus CAGR on a 10 year basis. Okay, so this again looks to be overvalued. Short term में it looks to be at best fairly valued and बाकी में it looks to be overvalued. So should I be selling it? Should I not be selling it? So therefore I have made the decision कि भाई it makes sense to book profits. This is an important point. Now comes the next logical question कि यार should you sell everything? Should you sell 90%? Well, it depends on your shraddha and your portfolio. Okay, so it depends really on you, how you have constructed your portfolio. If you wish to learn more about portfolio construction, if you are an investor who invests in excess of 5-6 lakh of capital, please understand portfolio construction. I run a crash course where you understand the dynamics of investing in a systematic, stepwise, point-wise manner. People have really enjoyed the course. I will put the links in the description and comment box and you can check more. If you are not ready to make that big a commitment, कि यार कौन पढ़ेगा इतना, 2 weekends, 16 hours of classes, it's like so hectic, I don't want to do all that, then okay, then you can consider joining my YouTube member community. You will again learn things in a stepwise manner. You can try it out for a couple of months and then if you feel confident कि अच्छा यार अच्छी commentary मिल रही है, then you can make a larger commitment in terms of picking up a formal course. So please go and check it out and you can check the testimonials also. But very quickly here, if I have to share my perspective, that see, what I'm doing is that I'm booking 50% profit and I'm keeping rest of the money 50% in the market only. Now, why am I doing this? Because see, yaar, I want to be honest with all of you that I cannot guess the top of the stock कि भाई साहब एकदम peak हो चुका है and now markets are definitely going to fall. These stocks are definitely going to correct. मुझे थोड़ी पता है, right? It can happen कि something which is overvalued remains overvalued for a fairly long period of time. On the flip side, I cannot be like a clueless person कि यार मुझे दिख रहा है कि यार what all the data points are telling me कि यार no, it looks overvalued and still I'm not booking profits. So booking profits is critical with the understanding that I cannot guess the top of that index or a stock or the market and I cannot guess the bottom of that stock or that index. Okay. So therefore I am booking a substantial profit, right? I had invested close to 1.5 CR, उसपे 50% return बहुत जल्दी बन गया in the last 1 year. Very good run up, very happy with it. So it makes sense for me to book my profits at least 50% off. So this gives me what? This gives me protection in the market. Okay. It acts as a risk mitigation for me. So let me explain that point because your decision to sell 20%, 50%, 70%, 90% really depends on two things. One is that what risk mitigation strategy are you applying and what do you see as the reinvestment opportunities? So these are the 2 points that I am going to speak next. So okay, so what is the meaning of risk mitigation? Risk mitigation means कि यार आप मान के चलो that there is 20% correction that happens in small cap, mid cap. Now why 20% correction? Because Nifty में, right, when it comes to top 50 stocks in India, 10% correction तो कभी भी हो सकता है. It can happen literally any time. Without even reason also it can happen at any time. So therefore we have to at least prepare for a 20% fall on small cap, mid cap. So this strategy should be very clear to you. You honestly need to have an answer to that. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि गिर गया यार मार्केट पूरा 20% से, your small cap, mid caps get crushed by 20% and तब सोच रहे हैं कि भाई साहब आप क्या करें, पैनिक हो रहा है and all that, heart attack आ रहा है and all that. So that should not happen. Okay, so you need to have an answer how you are going to mitigate. My strategy is very simple. So let's say that I invested 1 CR. This was my principal amount. Now the value is how much? It's 1 CR plus 50 lakhs in profits, right? So what am I doing? Well, I am booking 50% of this and 50% of this, right? So इतना मेरे को मिल जाएगा. 25 lakhs is booked and here I have withdrawn 50 lakhs capital. 75 lakh market में अभी भी लगा हुआ है. Now if the small cap, mid cap continues to rally, होने तो रैली अच्छी बात है, right? My portfolio is further growing. If it corrects by 20%, then what is going to happen? Well, then how much of my money is invested? Well, 75 lakhs only, no. So मेरा नुकसान कितना होगा? Well, it will be 15 lakhs. मैंने 25 lakhs का तो profit ही book कर रखा है. तो will I be scared with a 20% fall? The short answer is no, I will not be. In fact, I can use this 25 lakh later in case there is a 20% fall to reinvest that back and get back again to that particular portfolio level. So this is the intent with which I am hedging. There are multiple strategies to hedge your portfolio. Again, this is something that I teach on my courses. These have been highly appreciated by my students. So definitely go and check it out. A lot of you explain कि यार we are in a job, how will we learn about stock market, this, that. Well, everything is very structured. You will learn it over 2 weekends, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so it's full day. So it's like 4 hours of teaching. So 16 hours of total teaching time live. So in a live class, you engage more. The completion rate of the course is like 95% plus. वरना the लोग course खरीद के छोड़ देते हैं, कुछ करते नहीं हैं उसमें. At least in my courses, you will end up completing it. It's more value for money from that perspective. So anyways, I hope that you at least got the perspective of how to counterbalance your risk. There are multiple methods. I will not get into each of those, but I hope that this sensible profit booking gives you a sense as to how you can go about hedging some of your risk. Okay, so this is part 1. Now comes part 2 that okay, आपने book तो कर दिया, right? And you have booked profit 25 lakh plus आपको capital मिल गई 50 lakh through your small cap because you have withdrawn this 50 lakh principal. So this brings us to the next point, that as to what am I doing with this roughly 75 lakh rupees that I have gotten? How will I invest? Where will I invest? Why will I invest? So that brings us to overall market analysis as of now. So इसका mid-term analysis कर लेते हैं. You can do it on short-term and long-term basis also. I have told you. So anyways, let's look at the mid-term analysis. So if you pick pre-COVID level and check it now, there is almost a 80% run up on Nifty 50. These are the collection of top 50 stocks. As of 4 years, 80% run up. That's like 20%, roughly 18-19% CAGR के आसपास. So Nifty 50 investing makes sense now? Absolutely not. Okay, you cannot go and randomly put money in Nifty 50 as per my understanding. Now let us very quickly do long-term analysis. So यहाँ से कर लेते हैं how much return has been made 140% over the last 10 years. So यहाँ से one could say that it is somewhat fairly valued. ऐसा बहुत ज़्यादा expensive नहीं है, but this is fairly valued at best. Okay, क्योंकि 12-12.5%, 12-12.5% के रिटर्न के आसपास निकल के आता है. So यहाँ पे भी यार there is no like bulk buying opportunity per se. So what is it that I'm trying to tell you? Now the market right now is stock specific. भाई सब कुछ बढ़ चुका है. Nifty 50 is hitting all time high. Your small cap, mid cap looks to be slightly overvalued. Even Nifty 50 looks to be slightly overvalued. Can there be correction? Of course there can be correction. On the flip side, it can very well happen that the market keeps on running and it keeps on getting more and more overvalued. Okay, as sensible investors, we need to have our investment strategy and be prepared for any type of market. So according to me, right now my goal becomes to stick to specific stocks and do stock specific investing per se. अब आप एक natural question पूछोगे, you will ask a very natural question here कि अक्षत, if you feel that Nifty 50 is at best fairly valued, then why don't you sell? So let's say that you have like 10 CR portfolio. Okay, why don't you sell the entire portfolio and re-enter when the market falls? So this is a wonderful question and even I have thought about it. So two major macro triggers are left. The first is the interest rate cut. So interest rates are definitely going to get cut in the US and they are going to cut even in India most likely this year itself. Okay, now it might happen that the interest rates get cut March, April, or might take November, December, but interest rates are likely to get cut. And whenever interest rates will get cut, the market will rally. There is a very strong probability of that happening. Second are elections. Abhi semi-final ho chuka hai. In few states elections were there. Results came out. Market gave a positive run-up. And when again, if the same confirmation happens, again, the market is likely to give a run-up. So therefore, my goal in the market right now, at least for the next 3 to 4 months is very simple. कि भाई देखो, सस्ता तो कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है, right? I mean, almost everything has given a run-up. So I cannot go and find like, tell me something which is like deeply undervalued. Undervalued opportunities are mostly gone. Okay, so that is definitely there. Now I'm just simply trying to buy something which is fairly valued. Okay, so that's it. A. And B, I am trying to cut my positions in something that definitely looks overvalued, right? So I hope that you got this perspective. This is extremely important and critical. So from that perspective, what are some of the assets that I can potentially look into? See, I will not tell you new names. Okay, so this is a conversation that I've had on my previous videos. So I will give you a very quick rundown to that. For example, if you are picking something like PVR, right? Now the market cap is 15,000 crore. It's a mid cap company. Volatility will be higher. So this is not as safe a stock as something like HDFC Bank or Kotak, जिसके बारे में बात करता रहता हूँ. Now, if you have to analyze something like PVR Inox, भाई देखो इसके revenues बढ़ गए हैं. इसके जो losses हुए थे, right, during the COVID time पे जो चल रहा था, now those losses are getting arrested. They are coming down. Very similar to Zomato story. So I feel that there can be a major bounce back in something like PVR. It is not overvalued. What about Aavas? Again, I have spoken quite extensively about Aavas financiers. That real estate financing market is likely to go up. In fact, I made a video last week on India Bulls real estate, and उसके बाद the stock has given 10-15% run up very easily. So यहाँ पे भी देखो यार, results have been brilliant, no problem there. From a stock price perspective, अगर आप देखोगे तो भाई अपने almost lowest level पे मिल रहा है stock, right? So according to me, this is also very solid. Keep a little bit longer viewpoint, and again please notice that this is a mid-cap company. This is not a big company. If you want to consider something like Kotak Bank or HDFC Bank, they are also at reasonable levels according to me. Why? Because take a look at PE. It is available at its lowest possible PE over the last 15 odd years. So कितने कम PE पे मिल रहा है, right? And ऐसा कोई growth issue थोड़ी होगा बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री में कि these banks will not run up. It might very well happen कि यार आपको 1-2 साल run up नहीं मिले, but whatever run up you are missing, they will all be captured over the next few years. वो होगा as long as you are sensible and invested in it. ये confidence investing का आपको तभी आएगा when you fundamentally understand things. If you just are in a habit of noting down the names कि अच्छा ये stock बता दिया आज, tomorrow I will buy it. Day after tomorrow, if it does not give a run up, Akshat is to be blamed. If you are working with that perspective, please stop watching my video, right? That's what I will request. You are just ruining yourself because you are mixing investing and trading. Okay, I do not teach trading, I teach investing. यहाँ पे fundamentally चीजें होती हैं, fundamentally run-ups होते हैं. For example, आप अब खानी उठा के देख लो HDFC AMC and go back, just search Akshat Shrivastava HDFC AMC, you will see me defending the stock like anything. भाई साहब इनने बेच दिया, उनने बेच दिया. This big PMS guy sold HDFC AMC. How are you not selling it? So much negativity, so much negativity. Now look at the run-up. Look at the run-up of Angel One. all these companies have done wonderfully well. But if you know how to do business analysis, it's very obvious that AMC businesses are going to go up when the market goes up. Now AMC businesses are hitting their peak. Should you sell it? Should you not sell it? Again, you need to do a business analysis. आपको AMC company बेचनी चाहिए नहीं बेचनी चाहिए. You need to study the business model. So tomorrow I will write a post on the business model of AMC. You yourself will get an idea what is it that you should fundamentally be doing there. At what time you should be buying, what time you should be selling. These are all fundamental points. It's not like strong buying, selling recommendations. So I will write this post on member community tomorrow. So anyways, if you see here, you know what, जैसे बैंक्स हैं, बैंक्स में रनअप बहुत हो चुका है, राइट, दैट ऑल द बैंक्स, बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा, कैनरा बैंक, ऑल हैज गिवन लाइक मैसिव रनअप खत्म. नो, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, राइट. फॉर एग्जांपल लॉट ऑफ बैंक्स आर देयर. फॉर एग्जांपल मैं आपको एक दो दिखा देता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया देखो आप, राइट, हाईएस्ट एवर रेवेन्यूज, सेल्स, ओके, एंड व्हाट इज द पीई ऑफ पंजाब नेशनल बैंक? इट्स 17.8. In fact, I had purchased it, made like 120% run up on Punjab National Bank and made 100% plus returns on PNB, and I sold it, right? And I sold it. But what am I doing is that I'm rotating this money or whatever PNB money I had. I am rotating it within the same theme, and one of the picks is State Bank of India, and again I'm buying more stocks. Now what is happening is that when the bull run is happening in the market, you need to be careful not to invest in stocks that can correct by 30-40%. If you're avoiding that, then you are avoiding a lot of risk. Buy something which is fairly valued now. आपको deeply undervalued तो मिलेगा नहीं कुछ, right? Very rarely you will find such opportunities now. So be sensible, right? Whatever new money you are putting, put it with the expectation कि भाई आपका, for example, Nifty gives 12.5% return. That is the average return of good years and bad years mixed. In good times, we prepare for bad times. So start preparing from that perspective. This does not mean that I am bearish about the market. I am still bullish. I am still waiting for 2-3 major triggers to happen. उसके बाद I might cut 50-60% of my positions. Very likely that might happen. But till then, I am still staying alive in the market, and उसके लिए I am just reducing my risk as much as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this very brief, honest conversation, and I will see you the next time.